Connect with us on social media at AARP West Virginia or find us online at aarp.org/WV.
Civil and Environmental Consultants, or CEC, is an employee-owned engineering and environmental consulting firm. At CEC, people come first, whether that's our clients, our employees, or our fellow citizens. It's why we listen intently and work harder to learn our clients' business. It's why we prioritize the career development of every individual on our team, and it's why we're invested in the success of our local communities. People are why we do what we love and love what we do. CEC, West Virginians doing West Virginia's work. Visit cecinc.com for more. That's cecinc.com.
Tony, Jay, and Coach Hugs return after this word from your local station. This is MSN, the Mountaineer Sports Network.
If you're in an accident, the first thing that you have to do is call 911. You have to get medical care immediately.
The next thing you need to do is call us. When you hire us at the Skinner Law Firm, what we do is we are going to investigate your case, and we're going to lay out the options that you have, all at no cost to you.
We will use all of our resources and all of our experience to get you what you deserve.
The Skinner Law Firm, SkinnerFirm.com. At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
The following sports broadcast is a special presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. It's time for the excitement of West Virginia high school basketball. Today's high school basketball broadcast is being brought to you by
Bechtel Jewelers, Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, CMA Honda of Winchester, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, Hagerstown Ford, Orsini's Home Store, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, and WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Center.
And now, let's go courtside and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team with today's pregame show.
And welcome to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse here at Martinsburg High School as we get you ready for varsity action between the visitors and the Spring Mills Lady Cardinals and the homestanding Martinsburg Lady Bulldogs here. So we finish up the JV action here. This is Countdown to Tip-Off, brought to you by Sunset Water Services, proudly installing water softeners in Martinsburg and Berkeley County since 1989. Spencer Puig joined alongside Jim Klein. Happy to have you with us. We're produced tonight here on site by our intern Gerald Wright. Cameramen this evening, Colin McLaughlin, as well as John Alderton. Back in the studio, Nick Verzolini. Get you ready for this one, the ending JV action with Spring Mills on top, 30-15 here, Jim. But we're getting ready for a varsity game where both of these teams are going to have a few of their major contributors out.
Yeah, well, all I know is every time I've seen Spring Mills play, it's been a fireworks show. So I'm really excited to get to see them play this evening. Should be a great game. And it's been a sad week for the basketball nation. You know, Billy Packer did 29 consecutive Final Fours. He passed away this week. Just like a shout out, a little prayer to the family, the Packer family. He is an icon in the sport of basketball, and we hope to do him proud this evening as we air this varsity female basketball game, and looking forward to a fun time.
And I mentioned players out. We got confirmation from Spring Mills head coach George Gosk that unfortunately they'll be out their leading scorer and rebounder. Reagan Etzel she averages a double-double as a freshman, Jim, and she's going to be a big loss tonight. But we know they've got a lot of players on that team that can step up. But her loss tonight, the freshman is going to have a big impact on this contest.
Yeah, last game I did, me and the sports doctor did the regional final, Washington at Spring Mills last year. It was an epic contest. Of course, Reagan Etzel wasn't in that game. She was playing for the 8th grade championship probably somewhere. She walked in the gym this afternoon. I was like, look at that kid. She's got sunglasses. She's got her beats on. She is ready to ball. And then what do I find out? She is out, nursing a concussion, I believe, or something like that. I don't know. All I'm saying is could be a brain injury. Who knows? Don't know.
Yeah, and for Martinsburg, 2 players out this evening tonight. Tiana Santamaria and Addison Strovel. Those are obviously 2 key losses because they're 2 starters.
Yeah, wondering if Addison Strovel's the carrier. The word on the street was she wasn't feeling very good for that nail biter at Jefferson, the 3-point loss. Could have went either way. You have to wonder if the difference could have been made if she was 100% healthy, but she shared some of that good loving with her teammate, and now 2 starters down against a very formidable Spring Mills roster this afternoon.
And we talk about the Spring Mills team, obviously undefeated on the season, 13-0, 6-0 in the Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference. And on Tuesday, they had a 48-38 victory over Mercersburg Academy out of Pennsylvania, and it was Coach George Gosk's 100th career victory at the helm of the program. And for a team that's had such a big impact over this program, to get his 100th win the other night was big.
It was a 100th win?
100th career victory.
Man, he's on his way to the Hall of Fame.
But for him, I mean, to lead this program, he was an early adopter, I guess you'd say, here at Spring Mills, where he came on early into this now 10 years, the school getting ready to turn 10 years old, I believe.
I know. I thought it was 200 wins. I thought it was 200 wins.
No, it's 100.
100 victory.
Yeah, I don't think he started as the girls' varsity coach. I think he was a few years into it. He became the varsity coach in maybe 15 or 16, if I remember correctly. But, I mean, that's a huge accomplishment for any coach, but especially here in the EPAC and in girls basketball.
Yeah, they're a very good team, very well-coached team. Like I said, remember, this is my, breaking off some rust. I remember doing that Washington game in the regional finals. The question I have for you, Spencer Dupuis, is Spring Mills legitimately, they're currently ranked number 1 in the state of West Virginia. Are they?
They're not
accurately.
Ranked 1.
They were number 1 when I pulled the standings this afternoon.
On Max Preps they are, but not in the West Virginia polls that counts. Max
Preps, baby. That's what I was going by.
We go by the West Virginia AP poll.
But are they the legitimate?
I think they are, but I also think that the way that the other teams around the state, maybe that these teams see Spring Mills as a better competitor. Maybe you see next year Coach Gosk able to schedule games with some bigger teams here in the state of West Virginia in girls basketball.
So what you're saying is it has something to do with strength of schedule.
Yeah, I think that's what we've been talking about on the show lately, and off the show. They're ranked 6th in the latest AP poll from the West Virginia AP Sports Writers. Anybody within that organization that votes on that, and to my understanding, that it's a lot of the strength of schedule.
Because they've had some pretty key, impressive wins lately. I mean, who did they just beat? One of the state teams. They beat Morgantown.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big win for them.
It is a big win. So we'll
see how things go.
See how things go down the line. But we'll step aside for a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break here on the Sunset Water Countdown to tip-off, we'll have the Rocks local markets, coaches interviews. You're tuned in to EPAC Girls Hoops on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 2 minutes. Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Thinking about making that big move but don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group. Chris is a Martinsburg High School graduate and knows the local market, and he's proven it for the past 15 years at Milestone Real Estate Group. Looking to sell or buy a home? Phone 304-579-7349. That's 304-579-7349. Or go to callchrisross.com. Making milestones is our business.
Rock's Grab and Go is made fresh daily. Grab and Go, now available at Rock's local market. Rock's Grab and Go is made fresh daily. Grab and Go, now available at Rock's local market.
Ollie's VIP North Side is the best spot to catch all your favorite teams. Join us Monday for Dollar Wings and Monday Night Football, Thursdays on the patio for the Cornhole Tourney, Friday night lights with happy hour specials, or Saturdays during or after the college games for steak night. Get a ribeye or New York steak for just $26.95. Ollie's has great food and drink menus too, along with 17 TVs to watch any game of your choice from anywhere at the bar or their outdoor patio and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP North Side. We'll see you for the game.
Find that new Chevy truck or SUV you've been searching for right here at CMA Chevrolet of Martinsburg. With over 100 new Chevys in stock, you have options. We have the Silverados, Equinoxes, and more to meet your needs. And we are not selling over MSRP. Get power and fuel efficiency with the all-new Silverado 1500 LTD, space and savings on a new Equinox. And that's not all. Every new Chevrolet has a lifetime powertrain warranty. And did we mention we are not selling over MSRP? Find new roads at CMAChevroletofMartinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
Welcome back to the Sunset Water Countdown to tip off here live from the Martinsburg Fieldhouse as we get you set for the Martinsburg Lady Bulldogs hosting the Spring Mills Lady Cardinals. Now it's time for the coaches' interviews brought to you by Rock's Local Markets with convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle. Rock's fast, fresh, friendly. We'll start with head coach of the Spring Mills Lady Cardinals, George Gosk. Here he is.
We're joined by head coach for the Spring Mills Lady Cardinals, Coach George Gosk. And first of all, congrats on your 100th career win on Tuesday. What does that mean to you and just this program overall?
Yeah, so I think it's a true testament to the kids, buying in over the years. Obviously, you need them to play the games and help you win. I'm just very appreciative of my family for putting up with the time and my coaching staffs over the years. So I just want to thank everybody.
It's been a few weeks since we've seen your team, and they've just continued to get better along the season, and 13-0 right now, and getting a lot out of your freshman Regan Edsel. How much has she meant to your team this year?
Yeah, Reagan, whenever you start a freshman, you're not sure how they're going to contribute, but she's stepped up just like, she's been on the team for a couple of years. Her rebounding, she's averaging a double-double right now every game, and so, that's kind of propelled us in the rebounding department, so that helps us a lot.
And a busy week for your team this week, 4 games this week. You've already gotten through 2. You got 2 more to go. Unorthodox game tomorrow, but you got to get through this one first. It's a Martinsburg team in the conference, in the section. It's obviously a big game, and what are you going to have to do to win tonight?
Yeah, I definitely think Martinsburg's definitely playing better basketball. So, any given night, these EPAC games, your rivals, you got to come in ready to play. We're looking for defensive energy to start the game, and if we can do that and get off to a good start, I think we can look to play a good game.
What are some things you've seen from this Martinsburg team compared to last year's Martinsburg team?
Yeah, so they definitely look better organized on defense. They're improving on the offensive end as well. Coach Ronnie's done a good job with these girls. Basketball IQ-wise, you see them improving. Obviously, the other night, them playing Jefferson in an overtime game. So, just kudos to him for improving that program.
All right, good luck tonight.
Thank you.
I'm now joined by head coach for the Martinsburg Lady Bulldogs, Ronnie Fitzpatrick. Coach, this took a tough one the other night in overtime. What was kind of the ending of that game like for your team?
Well, of course it was rough because we didn't come out on the right side of it. But the girls competed. I was extremely proud of the way they fought. Now, of course, it's a learning tool because there were some things that we could have done in a couple of those possessions down the stretch there. But we're learning, and that's what we've been doing all year. It's a building moment. It's winning each day. And we took a lot away from that. We had a great film session yesterday where we worked on those things. So that's good.
You look at your team this year compared to the team that was here last year, obviously vast improvement from where they were a year ago. How do you see your team kind of taking what they've learned this year and taking it down the stretch of the season here with, this could likely be the sectional final if things play out the way they should?
Well, let's take one game at a time. We're going to play Spring Mills tonight. Then we got Washington on Monday. But it's positive, and we're getting opportunities to compete. And there's no better time to teach in being an environment where games count. So it looks like we should get an opportunity to have that if we can handle our business down the stretch here. And that's what the girls need. They need to be in those moments. Like last night, and we lost a tough one to Fairmont, but that was 2 games back-to-back where if we stay disciplined, we can win those games. So we're learning from it.
And you look forward to this game. It's a tough game against a very good Spring Mills team. What have you seen from them this year?
They're dynamic. They're playing good defense. They're really aggressive, well coached, and just a good ball club. But I'm excited. It's we played them early on in the year, and we've seen what happened there. Have we improved? Can we improve on that game, and can we challenge them tonight?
And I was just kind of going to get to that. How do you think that first game is going to impact the way that you guys are going to play them tonight?
Well, hopefully it doesn't impact it at all, other than we know that we need to play better. So, and we've talked a little bit about that, and we've grown since then. So I'm looking forward to the opportunity.
All right, thanks for the time. Best of luck.
Thank you.
That was head coach for the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Ronnie Fitzpatrick, and before that you heard head coach George Gosk. And those were the coaches' interviews brought to you by Rock's Local Markets, with convenient locations all around the Eastern Panhandle. Rock's fast, fresh, friendly. We'll do right now is we'll step aside for a 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll break down this matchup and maybe look around the EPAC a little bit more to see what's going on. You're tuned into EPAC Girls Hoops on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Back in 2 minutes.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Hello, this is Mark Sutton of the Sutton & Janelle Law Firm. The right attorney can make all the difference in your case. That's why you should call Sutton & Janelle. We have been serving clients in West Virginia and Maryland since 1999 in the areas of family law, DUI, criminal defense, and personal injury. Sutton & Janelle works hard to obtain a favorable outcome for you at a reasonable rate with affordable payment options. Sutton & Janelle values your rights and is passionate about your success. Contact us today at suttonandjanelle.com.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value brand.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Welcome back here to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. Spencer Dupuy, Jim Klein, happy to have you with us. Happy to have you back on the mic, Jim. It's been a while.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here. And I will tell you, the eye in the sky, the man, the myth, the producer, Nick Verzolini pointed out the error of my ways. I got confused for a second. There have been so many milestone coaching victories in like the last week and a half. Justin Namelek, the head coach at Shepherd,
yes,
is the person who hit the 200th win.
There it is.
Thus, the root of my confusion. I work for Shepherd University. I love Shepherd. Go Rams. I'm a member of the Ram fam. I will tell you, congratulations,
what was
to
that
Coach.
little?
It was like hashtag. You ever seen that? You ever seen that Saturday Night Live?
No, but I now know what you did.
Hashtag Ram fam. Congratulations, Coach Namelek and Shepherd Rams. So 200th victory. Gosk. It's just a matter of time before he gets there.
It really is. But now let's talk some more about what's going on around the EPAC here as we look at the other games going on tonight in the area. And, Jim, if I remember correctly here, let me pull back up what tonight's games were. Girls EPAC action tonight, Musselman at Hedgesville. Obviously, Musselman seems to be on the come-up of late, and Hedgesville still trying to get things together under head coach Matt Fairclough. You have anything to say about other teams that you've not been watching?
Well, yeah, I do. And I think for starters, it's in a tough situation. Coach Arndt was there. Hedgesville is a good program. They've been around. It's just a matter of time before Coach Faircloth brings them back to where they belong, where they deserve to be. It's good to see that he's very energetic. You know what he does with the football team, the passion, the charisma that he brings to sport. So, we have to give them some time. We talked a little bit off air about how, Hedgesville's going to have a big uphill climb if they want to make it to sectional final. So that's why you could opine that Martinsburg's going to play Spring Mills yet again because, one would make the assumption that Martinsburg could beat Hedgesville. But that's why we play the games. We come to these games because you could make the same assumption that Spring Mills is a lock tonight. 2 starters down for Martinsburg. So, it could go either way.
Could go either way. The other team in action tonight on the girls' side, Jefferson at St. Marie Goretti in Maryland. They got a close win the last time they played them. Jefferson girls team this year, not the same team that made a state appearance last year with some young players as roster transition from last year to this year, some attrition. So you don't see the same team that was out there last year, obviously, with a couple girls graduating, but a couple roster changes this year were not the same young girls that were on that team that didn't come up to be seniors, unfortunately.
Yeah, and Jefferson's going through some growing pains as well. I feel like Martinsburg could have won that game, obviously, with the point differential. It was anybody's game to win and a 3-point difference. But the fact is that Martinsburg showed some real youth and experience in that game. They had opportunities where they could have done things differently and had an opportunity to win the game. I think tonight for Martinsburg, it's going to be very different. I think Martinsburg has got to keep this game close. They've got to avoid the turnovers early. If they could keep this into a 2 to 3 possession game, to put themselves in a position they're in a position where they can strike when it matters, that's going to be great. I think that if Martinsburg's down by more than 5 minutes into this contest, they're going to have a giant hole to dig out. They cannot allow that to happen. And we know that Coach Fitzpatrick from his game days, he's a baller. I mean, he knows how to play the game. He says he knows how to help his team to be able to figure out how to draw from that playing experience so that converts into making the right decisions at the right time. I feel like if I'm Coach Fitzpatrick today, I'm going to go all in. I'm going to try to keep it close, even if it means burning a couple early timeouts. I'm not going to sit on anything. I'm going to do everything that I can to keep it close. And then who knows? Somebody could get in foul trouble. We already know that Reagan's out, Edsel. So you keep it close, then you're in a position where maybe something, a miracle can happen.
And we'll get more on your take here. We'll have the keys to the game players to look out for and starting lineup after this 2-minute break. You're tuned in to the Sunset Water Countdown to tip-off as we get you ready for some EPAC Girls Hoops action as Spring Mills is here at Martinsburg to face the Lady Bulldogs. You're tuned in to EPAC Girls Hoops on Talk Radio WRNR TV10 back in 2 minutes.
If you're in an accident, the first thing that you have to do is call 911. You have to get medical care immediately.
The next thing you need to do is call us. When you hire us at the Skinner Law Firm, what we do is we are going to investigate your case, and we're going to lay out the options that you have, all at no cost to you.
We will use all of our resources and all of our experience to get you what you deserve.
The Skinner Law Firm, SkinnerFirm.com. You've put up with your water long enough. It's time for Sunset Water Services, your local water solution since 1989, to fix your water problems. Get better tasting, better smelling, and better looking water today. Say hello to drinking your own delicious water for pennies per gallon. Say yes to healthier skin and hair and to softer and brighter clothes. Sunset Water Services delivers your bags of salt to you, so they'll save your back too. And our products come with a 1-year satisfaction guarantee. Call 304-754-9031 for a free water quality test today. SunsetWater.com.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including Trivia Night Monday, Karaoke Tuesday, Steak Night Wednesday and Sunday, Thursday night Boneless Wing Night, and on Friday and Saturday nights, there'll be a DJ and or karaoke. And remember, Monday through Friday, happy hour, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
If you or someone you know suffers from the disease of addiction, help is available from the Berkeley County Quick Response Team with peer recovery coaches and support promptly to the homes of those who've recently experienced an overdose. This collective effort towards recovery brings resources and services to the community, including naloxone and treatment options. Call 304-267-1313 or visit the Berkeley County Recovery Resource Center, 400 West Stevens Street, Martinsburg. The Berkeley County Quick Response Team is funded through a DHHR grant with the Berkeley Morgan County Health Department.
Martinsburg Fieldhouse here, about 3:20 till we get the pregame festivities going on the on-court side. You see the two teams meeting along with the two head coaches and the referees. It's time for the keys to the game. The key to your next vehicle is at the Heffley Motor Company, located at 993 Hedgesville Road in Martinsburg. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Jim, I ride with them, so you should too.
Yeah, I hear that commercial all the time. Spencer rides with Heffley. Why don't I?
You should.
I should.
They got a big batch of cars. Was actually just in there dropping off some tickets to Kent Waldeck. But, it's time for your keys to the game.
Keys to the game.
We'll start first with the visitors.
Okay, well, Spring Mills, they go deep. The question's going to be, as Coach Gosk mentioned, he's got a double-double player out. Who's going to step up? Who's going to fill that role? And I think that what they've got to do is this is going to be a huge adjustment to their rotation. They've got to eat minutes, and what they've got to do is continue to bring that same energy that Etzel brought, the freshman brought to that youthful vigor is what's going to need to be replaced.
And then for Martinsburg.
Yeah, Martinsburg, I mentioned a little bit before, they got to keep it close. Now, the question is going to be, how are they going to do that? Now, earlier in the season, they actually have a little bit of an advantage in dealing with injury. At the first part of the season, the big center, Bradley, missed considerable playing time. So Martinsburg has worked deep into the bench and expected a lot of minutes. So could Martinsburg have a little bit of advantage being down a person and being able to adjust, put players in different roles, giving them a chance to step up? Ultimately, though, statistically, when you look at the number of missed shots that Martinsburg made, they just got to make it when it counts. They can keep it close if they make some of those wide-open jump shots and those shots on the box or in the paint that they have missed more frequently than not.
All right, now it's time for your players to look out for, brought to you by Sutton and Janelle Attorneys at Law, a full-service law firm helping individuals, families, and businesses with all their legal needs. They're at 224 West King Street right here in Martinsburg, or online at suttonandjanelle.com. We'll start now with the home team in Martinsburg.
Well, I don't know how you don't keep your eyes on number 34, Bradley. She's listed at 6'5". She's going to be a presence. We know that she has a penchant to catch the ball at the head of the key. She has the ability to dominate on the post. Bradley, for me, would be someone who I would expect, especially knowing that Addison Strovel, she's like the Vinny, the microwave Johnson on the low post. Bradley's going to have to pick it up on the low post if you're expecting Martinsburg to remain competitive.
And then for Spring Mills?
Well, we know that Etzel was a do-it-all type person. Bolduc, she brings back 1 year of experience as a sophomore, but she was pivotal in that win at Hedgesville. I'd be watching out for her.
All right, now let's do the starting lineups here as we're getting ready. Trying to match everything here so we can get out to the anthem break like we always do. As there are about 15 seconds left here, Jim, it should be a good contest tonight. I think, losing your key players, although Martinsburg loses key players, it could be a more even matchup, especially considering seeing how well Spring Mills played against Mercersburg Academy a week ago and how much closer it was on Tuesday. Makes a big difference to how as Martinsburg is going to play this game tonight here, as 8 minutes are on the clock right now, and they're going to start with the starting lineups once they get the microphone fixed, which I believe Coach Aaron Byler for the baseball team just got fixed. So we'll start. Now it's time for the starting lineups, brought to you by the Marius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Philly McCoy. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg or call 304-263-4343. We'll start with the visitors in the Spring Mills Lady Cardinals. Number 10, Corinne Edsel, junior, 5'6" shooting guard. Number 12, the sophomore, 5'4" point guard, Olivia Bolduc. Number 20 getting the start for the injured Reagan Edsel. Number 20, Faith Bush, the junior. Number 23, the point guard, shooting guard combo, Maya Griffin, the senior. And around at the lineup, number 32, the sophomore, 5'7" power forward, Kyla Dandridge. And now for the Martinsburg Lady Bulldogs. Number 3, Anaya Gideon, the junior point guard and small forward. Number 10, the point guard, the junior, Brooklyn Medina. Number 15, the senior, Kyla Fitzpatrick. Number 32, getting the start tonight, Aisha Baker, the senior power forward. And rounding out the lineup, number 34, the power forward center, the 6'5" junior, Cadence Bradley. That'll do it for the pregame show. We'll come back here after this 3-minute break. We'll take a 3-minute break, and then we'll have tip-off. You're tuned in to EPAC Girls Hoops on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 3 minutes.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Are you the kind of man who insists on seeing results? Well, I'm Lori from Bechtel Jewelers, and I have good news for you. When you surprise her with a Valentine's gift from Bechtel Jewelers, you're going to see the results you insist on. As soon as you hand her a little box from Bechtel Jewelers, you'll see her face soften. Her eyes will start to sparkle, her mouth opens just a little bit. You hear that sweet inhale that says how surprised she is, and that's before she opens it. And when she does, you're going to feel those results. Her arms wrapped around you and a warm kiss. And you'll hear those results as she says thank you. And I love you, honey. Yes, if you're one of those men who insist on seeing results, you'll see the results all right, and you'll feel them, and you'll hear them when your Valentine's Day gift is from Bechtel Jewelers, Route 11 South in Inwood. And by the way, our gifts start at just $25. Gift wrap just the way women love. Come see us for her Valentine's gift, and you'll see those results.
You've been in an accident. The choice of a lawyer may be the biggest decision you make for you and your family's future. At Mansion Ferretti, we offer a free consultation and no fees until we win your case. Call us today and protect your future. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Welcome back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse here as we get you set for tip-off just moments away. Tip-off brought to you by Opening tip-off brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to HagerstownFord.com for more. We'll get things going here from the Fieldhouse between Martinsburg and Spring Mills in this EPAC rivalry matchup here, Jim. It's going to be an exciting one.
Yeah, I do. I was very lucky. As a small kid, I got to see NBA caliber players come through the tri-state region. I mean, when I was a kid, I looked at Vicky Bullitt from Martinsburg, who went to University of Maryland. I'm a diehard Maryland fan. I watched her in the Olympics, the WNBA, play internationally. Martinsburg has a tradition and history. I saw guys like Rodney Monroe at Goretti go on to NC State, Fire and Ice, Corciani. Point is, Martinsburg has something, and they could make this a game.
Tip-off won by Martinsburg in the hands now of Medina. Medina.
Funky cold.
Medina has the ball pushed out by, is that Faith Bush? No, that's Olivia Bolduc, excuse me.
Yeah, Bolduc, she's feisty.
So it will be Martinsburg possession, though, as it was punched out by Spring Mills. Medina to inbound it. She will inbound it.
Gideon.
To Gideon. Gideon now drives
the runner off one
her shot.
And then they've got to make those open shots.
Fitzpatrick has the ball taken away, and then Gideon once again tries to put up Bradley. Down low has it taken away by Dandridge. Kyla Dandridge running the court.
We just saw four missed shots in the lane. 4 missed shots in the lane, my friend.
Ball now over to Edsel. Now down low to Dandridge. Her shot is up and no good. Rebounded attempt by Bradley, but grabbed by Bolduc. Now taken away by Martinsburg. Running the other way. That's Fitzpatrick.
1-on-3. She wisely backs out. Reset the offense.
First shot of the game brought to you by Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, promote, protect at 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. Call 304-263-5131. Now it'll be possession for the Martinsburg Lady Bulldogs. You hear Coach Fitzpatrick down there. Ball inbounded this time to Bradley. Her jumper is up and good. 2-0 lead now for the Martinsburg Bulldogs in this one.
Yeah, good start for Martinsburg. And Martinsburg's gotten more shots than Spring Mills, which is something that's surprising in this early going.
Ball now to Dandridge. She's going to split the defense. Pass in the corner to Bush. A three coming, and that's off the mark. No good.
Man, good box out, though.
Rebounded by Bolduc. Bolduc fakes the pass, fakes the shot, now passes it over to Griffin.
Yeah, Griffin with a good box out led to the Spring Mills rebound.
Now to Dandridge, down low to Bush. Her shot is up and no good. It'll be a jump ball, and it'll go Spring Mills' way as Etzel was there. Corinne Etzel was there.
Yeah, Bradley just showing a little bit of use. She's got to catch that. She got to attack the ball at its highest possible point. You know, in that 6'5" range, she's got to take that rebound.
Ball inbounded, the shot coming up, and it's no good. Rebounded by Martinsburg. That's Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick guarded by Etzel. Now to Medina. Medina has the ball, has to pass the ball and over to Fitzpatrick. She's fouled by Bush. First quarter brought to you on TV 10 by Brown Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, a family-owned full-service funeral home, proudly serving the area since 1880. Also by CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward. Fitzpatrick with it. She can't keep the handles, over to Bradley.
Good rotation.
Now to Baker. Baker over to Medina. Now back to Bradley for three, and she knocks down the three. Bradley's got all 5 points for the Lady Bulldogs so far. It's a 5-0 lead unexpectedly for the Lady Bulldogs. Dandridge now with it. She's stuck in the corner.
Good turnaround. Good turnaround.
Passes it in the corner to Griffin. Her three is on the way, and it's good. Maya Griffin nails the three. 5-3 is the lead. 5:46 left in the first.
Yeah, Martinsburg going to clear out. That's good. Fitzpatrick takes control. Now Gideon needs to come back. She needs to recognize that.
Fitzpatrick able to get over the timeline. Has the ball batted away, but Medina gets it over to Bradley.
Find the over. That's a two.
Bradley to Gideon for two. No good.
That's Patino's least favorite shot.
Dandridge with the board. Coming back the other way now.
Oh, man. Is that steps?
That's Olivia Bolduc now down low. Bradley gets the board going back the other way. It's Gideon.
Push it.
Gideon pushes
Got
it
numbers.
up. She'll pass it to Medina. Medina blocked by Kyra Dandridge.
Man, is it too early to start thinking about rejections of the game?
No, that could be a potential rejection of the game, Jim.
That could be. Dandridge at the 5:02.
And now inbounded to Bradley. She's going to back down Dandridge. She'll turn around for the shot, and it's good. Bradley with all 7 points so far for the Lady Bulldogs. They come out early with a 7-3 lead.
Man, is it too soon to start talking about I told you so with the keys to the game?
Love it. Over to Faith Bush. Now to Bolduc.
Got to swing the ball quicker.
Etzel three on the way, and that's through. That's a deep three from Corinne Etzel, and she nails it. Again, the Lady Cardinals playing without their freshman best player, averaging a double-double. Reagan Etzel, she's out tonight due to an injury, so they're shorthanded a little bit. But we've got a timeout coming, I believe, a full timeout. We'll take a 30-second break with them. You're tuned in to EPAC Girls Hoops on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 30 seconds. Welcome back here to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. The Lady Bulldogs on top of the Lady Cardinals, 7-6, 4:28 remaining in the first quarter. Jim, a big start here early for the Lady Bulldogs.
Yeah, I think Martinsburg did exactly what they needed to do. I mean, not only were they've shown some efficiency after they missed their first 4 field goal attempts, they've been a little bit more steady, a little bit more relaxed from the floor. And the other thing that I like about the start of the game, Fitzpatrick called a timeout very early. They were clearly in trouble in the press. Again, my thought was call the early timeout, settle them, keep it close, whittle away. Didn't expect to see them come out to a 7-6 lead, but I think that this is fantastic for Martinsburg.
4:28 remaining in the first quarter. It'll be Martinsburg basketball. Medina to inbound it. She will inbound to Bradley.
Yeah, both Gideon and Baker sat down here, and they're both needing to blow.
Ball now over to Nelson, who checks in the game. Kayla Nelson was potentially going to be a starter. Ball taken away now by Edsel. Edsel tried to pass it to Bush, but she wasn't looking at it. Now it's
numbers.
Over to Nelson. Pass to Fitzpatrick. She'll lay that one up. Score the field. They're going to call it off. She traveled. Wow. Interesting. I thought she was fouled.
I did not think she traveled. I thought she shot the ball off her wrong foot, but I don't think that there was an extra step. I think that it was just an awkward play, and that trailing officials who made the call.
Now it's possession for the Lady Cardinals. Down over to Dandridge. Now back to Bolduc. Bolduc's going to think about dribble drive, and she decides not to. In the corner now to Griffin. Over to Corinne Edsel. Now to Bolduc. Bolduc passes to Dandridge. Dandridge will pass down low, but she travels, and interesting tonight. 2 back-to-back travel calls by the referee tonight. Not giving them anything. Now to Bradley to Fitzpatrick. Over to Nelson. Nelson's going to come in, and her shot's going to be rejected by Dandridge. Second one up, no good. Rebounded by Corinne Edsel. She's going to slow it down, get past the timeline. I mean, that was a heck of a block by Dandridge back there.
Yeah, Dandridge working the low post. 2
over to Griffin.
Stellar blocks.
Now to Bush. Bush trying to pass it. She'll pass it to Corinne Edsel. Ball nearly taken away by Medina, trying to pass it to Dandridge. Ball in the corner now, over to Bolduc. Bolduc going to dribble drive through the lane, put up a jumper. That's no good. Bradley with the height gets the board.
That was good penetration by Bolduc. I don't have a problem with that. It's going to keep the defense honest.
Medina now over to Fitzpatrick. Back to Medina from 3.
Wide
Spot
open.
Up shot. That is no good.
Got to make them
Dandridge
count.
with
Got to
the
make them
rebound.
count. It's wide open looks. Good shot by Medina, though. It's good selection, rather.
Ball down low to Bush. Bush has nowhere to go with it. And ball is hit out of the air by Medina, so it'll remain Spring Mills ball. Sub in, that is Taylor McIntyre, the senior.
Yeah, Bush ended up a little bit there in no man's land, picking up her dribble underneath the basket.
Now over to Edsel.
Edsel likes to catch that ball and shoot. She's a catch and shoot.
And she
there it is.
There it is.
Short.
The 3 on the way. It's short, though, rebounded by Bradley.
Yep.
Jim, isn't it crazy to look at this Spring Mills roster? Only 2 seniors.
It's scary.
Yeah.
Scary good.
Yeah, like 1 starter, 1 comes off the bench as a 6th player.
Yeah, and we were talking earlier about whether or not they're legitimately a number 1. That could also be another knock against them. I mean, the leadership's got to come from someplace. You only have 2 seniors. You know, I mean, that's not a statistical category, but experience.
Ball inbound to Bradley. She'll turn around, but she's fouled. She'll go to the lineup. Maybe before the shot, I think.
Yeah, I like to see her go straight to the drop step without putting the rock on the floor.
Yeah, so no shot. It'll be Martinsburg basketball under the basket.
She seals that drop step up strong with her right. You can just stop
to
that.
Fitzpatrick, she lays that one up and in perfectly. Fitzpatrick in the scoring column. Now it's 9-6. Breaks the scoreless drought for both teams here. 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Medina gave Dandridge a little tap when she was working through the lane.
Over to Bolduc. Bolduc now down low to McIntyre.
Forcing it. Away. The 2-3 did exactly what it's supposed to do.
Nelson now up to Fitzpatrick. She'll step back. Are they going to call that a 3? They're not. Well, it doesn't matter.
Medina chases it down.
Ball taken away by Edsel.
Good play by Edsel.
Edsel has the ball forced out of bounds by Kayla Nelson, 9-6 is the lead for the Martinsburg Lady Bulldogs here with 1:40 left in the first quarter. Into Dandridge. She gets past the timeline. Over to Bolduc. Bolduc trying to set up the offense. She'll pass now over to Edsel. Again, Spring Mills playing without their best player, Reagan Edsel, the freshman who averages a double-double. Now it's Bolduc.
Yeah, the Spring Mill's just rotating a little bit slow right now. What's this, game 3 of 4 this week?
Yeah. Ball taken away by Fitzpatrick.
Oh.
Tried to get it up to Medina. She didn't see the pass. It's out of play.
Yeah.
Sub in for Martinsburg. That is Hannah Seelinger.
Yeah, Rodriguez, who played some minutes on the JV match, she's in here at the varsity level. We said one of the keys to the game, we talked about, he can't turn the ball over.
And it appears Cadence Bradley comes out gassed.
Yeah.
He's going to get some water here.
Yeah, the same thing happened to Gideon and Baker. This is a pretty big pace.
Bolduc from 3, and that's through. We've got a tie ball game, under a minute left in the first quarter. All 3 so far for this Spring Mills team. 53 seconds left in the first quarter.
Martinsburg's just got to keep their composure right now. Got to get off a good shot.
Medina, now to Fitzpatrick. Under 45 seconds left to go.
Yeah, get off a good shot here before.
Hand it off to Rodriguez.
Keep moving. Keep working.
And can't time the pass correctly. It'll be back to Dandridge here. 32 seconds left. You figure Spring Mills is going to let the clock run down and take the last shot and hope to have the lead headed into the second quarter.
Yeah, Seelinger subbing in for Strobel, and her lack of experience catching the ball at the free throw line was obvious there.
Now it's Edsel in the corner to Maya Griffin from 3, and that's off the mark. No good. Kayla Nelson. She's going back the other way. 10 seconds.
This.
9, 8, 7, and a layup is up and good by Kayla Nelson. It's 11-9 lead here with 1 second, and Bolduc can't get the shot off. It's 11-9 after 1 quarter in favor of Martinsburg. We'll head to the second quarter. You're tuned in to EPAC Girls Hoops on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 60 seconds.
Hi, this is Lauren from Orsini's right here in Martinsburg. Grilling is not just for the boys. We are a Platinum Traeger dealer carrying the Pro Series all the way up to the Timberline Series. We have every flavor of wood pellets along with accessories, rubs, sauces. Not just Traeger, we carry Utz, Meat Church, Lanes, and Dizzy Pig. We also carry a full line of Yeti products. Orsini's has everything to complete your backyard. Visit us at 360 Hack Wilson Way or at Orsinis.com.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Thinking about making that big move but don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross in the Milestone Real Estate Group. Chris is a Martinsburg High School graduate and knows the local market, and he's proven it for the past 15 years at Milestone Real Estate Group. Looking to sell or buy a home? Phone 304-579-7349. That's 304-579-7349. Or go to callchrisross.com. Making milestones is our business.
Martinsburg Fieldhouse here with Martinsburg on top of Spring Mills. Early shocker here, 11-9. We're headed to the second quarter, which is brought to you on TV 10 by Orsini's Home Store, not just an appliance store any longer. At 360 Ackles Way in Martinsburg or online at Orsinis.com. Also by the Skinner Law Firm, Injury and Consumer Rights Lawyers. Call 304-245-6613 or go to skinnerfirm.com. Back to action here. Martinsburg with possession. Medina takes it up. She'll pass it over to Nelson. Nelson in the end of the Bulldogs logo. Being guarded heavily by Bolduc.
Bolduc with the 5 count.
And Bolduc playing stellar defense there.
Yeah, but so the opening line is Martinsburg down 2 starters, Spring Mills down 1. Martinsburg appeared to be a little bit gassed at the end of the first period. Baker, Bradley, Gideon all appeared to need some time on the bench.
Over to Bolduc now in the other corner after coming from Dandridge. She'll pass now over to McIntyre. Back to Bolduc. Down low to Griffin, and then back to McIntyre from 3. That's the bank is open at 7:47 p.m. McIntyre with the 3. 4 threes, 12 points so far for Spring Mills.
Yeah, that's a moment. That's the first lead of the game for Spring Mills.
Whoa. Big screen there coming in by Hannah Seelinger. Puts a Lady Cardinal on the ground. Kayla Nelson able to get the ball back, and she's fouled by Olivia Bolduc.
Wow, that is a bailout foul, too. That is a bailout foul. Nelson was in serious trouble, and another 1/10 of a second you could have called the travel.
Rodriguez checking out. Kyla Fitzpatrick checking in.
Yeah, McIntyre with that bank 3, first lead for Spring Mills.
And McIntyre catches the foul here on Medina.
McIntyre playing physical. She took the pick, made the 3, took the pick, and then a little inside hack job.
Nelson inbounds the ball. It's time to Medina. Medina sitting in the middle of the Bulldogs logo just past half court, comes out to the right side. The far side here into Bradley. Bradley being pushed around. She'll turn around for the jumper. Score the field goal. She'll go to the line. Cadence Bradley
the hoop,
for the
arm
attempt. She's the leading scorer so far tonight. 9
Did you say
points.
only scorer?
No, the leading scorer.
I was kidding. Of course, she's not the only scorer, but it feels like it. She scored 9 so far for Martinsburg, 9 of 13. Make that 10.
There you go, Jim. Make that 10.
She was
Martinsburg
feeling
with
it.
the 13-12 lead here, playing Spring Mills tough.
She showed some emotion after she went with her left right there. You just had to know she was going to make that free throw. Now, Gideon's had a nice break. She's coming in off the bench. Martinsburg really needs to just hold strong right now. They got that extended zone defense. A 1-2-2 looks like.
Down to Griffin. Griffin can't handle it. She passes it back over to Edsel. Now to Dandridge at the top of the key, guarded by Nelson.
Yeah, Nelson is playing.
Screen from Griffin, but they're going to call bad screen on Griffin.
Yeah, and Nelson retaliated, threw a little bow there. Got to maintain composure. Don't want to take and give.
Yeah, we saw the JV game.
Nelson is open, cross court. Here goes Gideon.
To Gideon, she'll take that to the rack, and that's in.
Don't you have to think that Coach Goss maybe is just sitting on a timeout right now?
Yeah,
Don't you just have that feeling?
I feel like he is too. 6:10 remaining in this first half. Over to Bolduc. She'll try to knock down from 3.
I thought Gideon touched that.
Another 3. The only baskets Spring Mills has scored tonight is 3s.
Man, and they're just so calm and collected about it, too.
They're down 1 here. 16-15. Ball over to Nelson. Now over to Bradley. Nelson at the top of the key. She'll pass it back off to Bradley. Try to give her a screen. Now pass it down low. Unfortunately, goes off the hands of everybody. It'll stay with Martinsburg. Inbounding it will be Medina. Medina looking for somebody to pass it to. She's going to pass it over to Nelson. Nelson going to covered by Dandridge. She'll go through the lane. And I thought that was a foul.
It doesn't matter.
That was all ball.
Would you call that sports karma? It stays with Martinsburg.
Yeah. I didn't think all ball was given there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Faith Bush will check back in. This time for Maya Griffin, who comes out.
Spring Mills decides not to face guard the ball. Now Taylor's kind of moved a little bit.
Medina inbound to Fitzpatrick. She'll try to lay that off the basket, no good, but that's Bradley. Bradley up to 12 points now to lead all scorers here tonight. 18-15 is the lead, 5:17 left in the first half.
I'm very impressed with Bradley on the box. Very impressed with the way that she's moving her feet, the catch and release.
And a Corinne Edsel 3. That one's off the mark, no good.
Getting with the rebound.
Going back the other way.
Edsel with good defense.
Edsel. Now to Bradley. Now to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick thinks about the 3, stops, hesitates, and that 3 is up, and it's no good. Rebounded by McIntyre.
That was one of those keys, man. She makes that, the house explodes.
Dandridge now trying to figure out where to go with it. She's over to Bolduc. Down low to Bush for the wide-open layup, and that is good. Faith Bush gets in the scoring column. First 2-point field goal tonight, and is it a timeout by Goss?
Full timeout.
Full timeout by head coach George Goss. Will take one with him. It's Martinsburg 18, Spring Mill 17. You're tuned into EPAC Girls Hoops on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 30 seconds.
Insurance companies like to play games. They say they're on your side, but they aren't. We have a team that can handle any curveball they throw. At Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, you get a dedicated lawyer, and every case gets a team effort. So you get nearly 150 combined years of experience going to bat for you. And we like to win. Join the team that takes your personal injury case seriously. Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We play hardball.
Welcome back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse here. 18-17 in favor of the Lady Bulldogs over the...
Insurance companies like to play games. They say they're on your side, but they aren't.
Not necessarily what we expected.
No, well, there's two things. First off, Goss clearly sat on a timeout there, at least in my opinion. And here's the thing. They're trying to figure out their rotation. And maybe the timeout was a planned timeout to have that discussion to figure it out. But the other key thing is, look at the foul situation. Martinsburg with no fouls, Spring Mills with 6. I mean, Martinsburg is in the bonus. Like, the next time, if I'm Fitzpatrick, I'm thinking about taking the ball to the rack, man. Like, get to the charity stripe. That's her chance to score with the clock stopped. This is exactly what Martinsburg needs.
It really is. And I mean, you got to start thinking. I mean, this game, the first game they played was not like this. It was all Spring Mills. And just the pure fact that Martinsburg is in this game here, 4:41 left in the first half, is a big deal. And Coach Fitzpatrick is just saying, let's just keep going, keep doing what we're doing.
Well, Bradley's looking real good on the post. She also hit that three, which means that Spring Mills has to play her honest.
Over to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick to Bradley.
Yeah, now Bradley
Nelson. Now back to Fitzpatrick, over to Bradley. Down low to Gideon. She tries to lay it up, no good.
Oh, there's an over the back.
Over the back foul there called on Medina. The first foul. I think you just broadcasters jinxed that, Jim.
Cheese and crackers. Funky Cole Medina gets foul number 1.
All right, Spring Mills with the basketball now. Bolduc will take it up. Martinsburg playing a press style here. Over to Bush. Bush has to try to pass to McIntyre, and she's fouled this time by Kayla Nelson. She'll go to the line.
I don't have a problem with uncontested layups. What I have a problem is that they lost her in the press. I mean, you've got to be aware that she's behind. The pass even got deflected, but then Nelson was late on the rotation, I think, and ended up picking up the cheapie.
McIntyre 21 of 32 on the season. Make that 22 of 33. She's now up to 4 points. Second one on the way. That's straight through. Make that 5 points. It's now a 19-18 lead. For
Both
the
leads
Cardinals.
of the game have come from McIntyre. She hit the banked shot 3 and 2 free throws. Both leads for Spring Mills. Martinsburg needs to answer.
And that's just inside the three-point arc from Gideon, and that's good. 20-19 now. Martinsburg does answer.
Gideon again with the foot on the line, but 2 real good shots from the wing.
Ball down low to Bush at the
Bush with the unnecessary dribble. She needs to turn and make the pass.
Going back the other way is Fitzpatrick. She'll try to go to the lane, and she has the ball pushed out of bounds.
Yeah,
so
she was stripped by Edsel. Stripped by Edsel. She lowered the ball down to her hips, made herself much smaller than she should be. She needs to go harder to the basket, take a better angle.
Ball inbounded to Gideon. She'll pass now over to Nelson. Nelson's trying to figure out where to go back to Gideon. She'll hit a deep 3, and that's no good.
But a good rebound.
Good rebound by Medina, but she travels. A lot of travels called tonight.
Yeah, good defense by Faith Bush. I think Faith Bush got her from behind.
Down low now to Bush herself. She'll lay that one up and in. Easy bucket. Puts the Lady Cardinals back in the lead, 21-20 here in this close game. Up to Bradley.
Yep.
Now to Medina. She's got to get it past half court here, getting close to that 10 seconds. And she gets it past the timeline. She's guarded now. She's going to spin around.
Dribbling through 3, and she gets another bailout by Bolduc.
And it's 1-1.
If it's a foul on 12, that's trouble, and it is.
That's Bolduc's, third foul, I think? Second? Here at the free throw line is Medina. First one coming.
Medina only 5 for 12 from the season from the free throw line.
And she misses that one, but it's going to remain with the Lady Bulldogs. Coach Goss talking to the referee out there about why that play should have been his team's ball.
Well, they called for subs. What on earth is the officiating crew doing?
Ball inbounded to Bradley, and she'll lay that one up and in. Cadence Bradley, scoring machine tonight. 22-21 lead, 2:47 left in the first half. Dandridge now. Dandridge dribbling through the lane on Fitzpatrick. She's fouled. The third foul for the team, so nobody's going to the line yet.
Yeah, not
Actually,
even close.
she'll go to the line.
Well, yeah, the shooting foul.
I thought it happened before.
I did too. Good call.
But Dandridge at the line. Try to tie this ball game up. Kyla Dandridge sticks the first one through. It's her first points of the evening. So Baker checks in. Checking out is Nelson. And checking in. Checking out was Bush. Now Fitzpatrick gets the missed.
Tie score 22 all. Boy, Martinsburg could get a bucket here.
It'd be huge. Over to Medina. Medina trying to shake her defender, being McIntyre, and she's fouled by McIntyre. She'll go to the line for the 1-and-1.
Yeah, unnecessary from 27 feet to reach in. But I really like Taylor McIntyre. She plays very aggressive. It's just got to be aware of the situation. McIntyre acting a little incredulous, like maybe she did not make contact. Referee giving her a little education.
Medina once again at the line. That one's off the mark, no good. She tries to fight for a rebound.
You gotta make
Kyla
the
Dandridge
ones.
splitting the defense. Over to Bolduc. Bolduc now to Edsel.
Martinsburg's making everyone work hard for their shots.
Don't have a 13 on our roster. Over
Yeah, it's Ava Underwood. That is Ava Underwood, and Ava Underwood was on the JV team. Actually, Ava Underwood played a couple years at Martinsburg. She was on that South Middle team a couple years ago that was absolutely dominant.
So at the line is McIntyre. 22 all here. 2:07 left in the first half.
This could be the third lead that Taylor McIntyre has generated by herself.
And just guess what, Jim, it is.
That's all she does is get you a lead. She's just got
the
that.
sixth player off the bench.
Yeah.
First player off.
She's a little Vinny the Microwave.
Second one is up and no good. Rebounded by Medina here. 2 minutes left in the first half.
So in the pregame, if I said Martinsburg had a chance to take the lead with 2 minutes to go in the half, what would you say?
In a much improved Martinsburg team.
Very good.
And over to
good defense, Medina. Good defense.
Medina.
Oh, no one trails.
Underwood.
Medina's working so hard. Got to hustle back. You got to help her.
Underwood with the 25-22 lead now. The biggest lead that Spring Mills has had with 1:35 left in the first half. Over to Medina from three. She'll shoot it. That one's off the mark. No good. But a rebound now by Gideon twice. She'll lay that one up and in. Anaya Gideon with 6 points. It's a 1-point ball game now. 25-24. The Lady Bulldogs down 1:15 left in the first half. Bolduc now. Over to
Good
McIntyre.
defense by Baker, extending. Don't give any open shots.
Back to Bolduc.
Make them work.
Back
Make them work.
to
Hands
McIntyre.
up.
She'll dribble drive through the lane, lay that one up, no good. Bradley with the board. She'll pass that one to Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, I'd take my time. I'd set up the offense. Spring Mills is packing it in right here. Not extending just yet.
50 seconds left in the first half. Medina now back over to Gideon.
Got that 3-2.
Over to Bradley from three. That one's off the mark, no good.
Yeah,
that's Dandridge with the board here. 39 seconds of counting left. A 1-point lead. 25-24 for the Lady Cardinals. Fitzpatrick takes it to the rack, and that's through. Dandridge now up to 3 points on the evening. 27-24 is the lead. And Gideon, a wide open three, off the mark, no good. Going out of play, and it'll be Spring Mills ball. They've opened up a 3-point lead here with 16.6 seconds left, and they'll have possession.
Yeah, and a headsy play by Edsel. She boxes out rather than take the risk of picking up the loose ball. Ends up Spring Mills ball. Just good basketball IQ by Edsel.
Ball inbounded to Bolduc, back to Edsel.
Yeah, I don't mind
Back
this
to
press,
Bolduc.
but they cannot give up a bucket.
Now
And
to
oh, my
Dandridge.
goodness, 3-2.
Over to Underwood. Edsel from three, and that one's off the mark. No good. McIntyre there. 3 and 2 and 1. Gideon's shot is going to be up and no good. It's 27-24. Spring Mills on top, headed to halftime. And we'll step aside for a 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll break down the first half on the Mansion Friday halftime show. You're tuned in to EPAC Girls Hoops on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
Find that new Chevy truck or SUV you've been searching for right here at CMA Chevrolet of Martinsburg. With over 100 new Chevys in stock, you have options. We have the Silverados, Equinoxes, and more to meet your needs. And we are not selling over MSRP. Get power and fuel efficiency with the all-new Silverado 1500 LTD, space and savings on a new Equinox. And that's not all. Every new Chevrolet has a lifetime powertrain warranty. And did we mention we are not selling over MSRP? Find new roads at CMAChevroletofMartinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
Hello, this is Mark Sutton of the Sutton & Janelle Law Firm. The right attorney can make all the difference in your case. That's why you should call Sutton & Janelle. We have been serving clients in West Virginia and Maryland since 1999 in the areas of family law, DUI, criminal defense, and personal injury. Sutton & Janelle works hard to obtain a favorable outcome for you at a reasonable rate with affordable payment options. Sutton & Janelle values your rights and is passionate about your success. Contact us today at suttonandjanelle.com.
WVU Medicine is pleased to announce the relocation of our Berkeley Medical Center outpatient rehabilitation services to 1002 Tavern Road. This move gives Martinsburg Physical Therapy and Rehabilitation more room, more convenient parking, and a covered drive-up, drop-off area. WVU Medicine will continue to offer physical, occupational, and speech therapies for both adult and pediatric patients, as well as specialized services. For more info on this new location and services provided there, call 304-264-1214.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is Prevent, Promote, Protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Welcome back here to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. We've got the halftime show brought to you by the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to wvjusticelawyers.com. We'll start first with some stats. We'll start first with the leaders right now in the Spring Mills Lady Cardinals, 27-24 the score at halftime. McIntyre and Bolduc leading the way with 6 each. It's 4 points for Faith Bush, 3 points for Kyla Dandridge, as well as Maya Griffin and Corinne Edsel. 2 points for Ava Underwood off the bench. And then for Martinsburg, led the way by Cadence Bradley. She's got 14 on the night, 6 from Anna Gideon, and 2 from Fitzpatrick and 2 from Nelson. Jim, your take on this first half?
Well, all McIntyre did was every time she shot the ball, she gave Spring Mills the lead. She is not on the list of top 5 scorers. If you go to Max Preps and look at what Taylor McIntyre – now, she does average minutes. She's played in all 12 games. She has scored. She showed that penchant. We talked about the keys to the game at the beginning, that who's going to step up. Who's going to step in and provide some of that spark for Edsel? And what I've seen so far is Spring Mills has gone very deep into the bench. We saw Underwood. We saw a number of players play. Now, on the other hand, we look at keys to the game with Martinsburg, keeping it close. Did they do that? Check that box. 24-27 at the half. Who else got involved in the offense? We needed others to step in and score. Bradley missed time early in the season. We saw Gideon. We saw Medina. Medina actually missed a couple free throws. The game could even be in a different situation if we make some of those. Make it when it counts. We saw this game started with Martinsburg missing 4 shots on the box. But, man, Bradley is lights out. Can you pick a player of the game if the team loses? Is that in the rules?
I don't know. There is really no rules.
No rules? Man, I'll tell you what.
In that aspect of things, to be honest, I mean, mostly it goes to the winning team.
Most of the time it does, but right now they're spread out with 6 of the league scores for Spring Mills. Dandridge had 2 key blocks early in the game. They really need someone to step up.
All right, well, that will do it here for us. When we take after this 2-minute break, you'll hear Nick Verzolini back in the studio. Maybe he's got some score updates from a couple of their games going on throughout the Panhandle. But he'll be back, and we'll be back after he has a scoreboard update. But after this 2-minute break, you'll hear Nick Verzolini. You're tuned in to EPAC Girls Hoops on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hagerstown Ford, it is that convenient. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hagerstown Ford will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time at a car dealership playing the dumb back-and-forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want and get your new ride delivered to you at no risk.
See dealer for details.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs. Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
Heffley Motor Company, just off I-81 at 993 Hedgesville Road, is a family-owned and operated business providing the Eastern Panhandle with the highest quality pre-owned vehicles and customer service since 1997. Heffley is a pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer. We're proud to be your partner, serving the community. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Call us at 304-267-7172 or see us at 993 Hedgesville Road. And if you want to sell your car, we buy cars too. Check us out at Heffley.com. Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
We welcome you in to the Scoreboard show as we bring you some scores here from high school and college and NBA basketball here. Only high school score that is available that I have outside of the game that we are currently broadcasting for you, which is Spring Mills taking on Martinsburg, would be Berkeley Springs taking on Kaiser, which is 11-8 right now in terms of somewhat area scores, as there are no EPAC scores that I can find on the World Wide Web. But in the NBA, Pacers lead the Lakers 67-54. Cavs lead the Grizzlies 25-22. The Knicks lead the Heat 28-22. All those games in the first half, two of those three in the first quarter. And then the Marshall Thundering Herd lead the Appalachian State Mountaineers 64-58. We'll take a 2-minute break, then we'll send it back to Spencer and Jim for half number 2.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
Rock's Grab and Go is made fresh daily. Grab and Go, now available at Rock's local market. Rock's Grab and Go is made fresh daily. Grab and Go, now available at Rock's local market.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Ollie's VIP North Side is the best spot to catch all your favorite teams. Join us Monday for dollar wings and Monday Night Football, Thursdays on the patio for the cornhole tourney, Friday night lights with happy hour specials, or Saturdays during or after the college games for steak night. Get a ribeye or New York steak for just $26.95. Ollie's has great food and drink menus too, along with 17 TVs to watch any game of your choice from anywhere at the bar or their outdoor patio and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP North Side. We'll see you for the game.
Welcome back here to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. We'll get you set for second half action. Spring Mills on top 27-24 here as we get the third quarter started. Third quarter brought to you on TV 10 by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to HagerstownFord.com. Also presented on TV 10 by Smallwood and Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive. Call 304-263-3361. Jim.
My parents are up in Windsor, Pennsylvania, watching on YouTube. I'm coming to see you, Mom and Dad. As soon as this game's over, I'm driving to 3 hours to come see you. Martinsburg has got to maintain the energy, and Spring Mills has got to assert itself right now, starting the third quarter. They have got to come out on fire.
Well, Spring Mills with possession here. It's Bolduc. Now to Dandridge. She'll take a three, a deep three. That one's off the mark, no good. Ball rebounded by, or nearly rebounded by Fitzpatrick, but Edsel there to push it out of bounds.
Was it me, or is that a flat start? I mean, was it two passes and a 22-footer that you could have taken at any point in time?
I think you got to drive in if you're Dandridge. I mean, she is a post player.
Now, here we go. Now Spring Mill's showing some life. We're forcing the press.
Down low to Gideon, she can't get it. Ball is going to go out of bounds, and Mo, the referees did not know initially where it was going, and then had a signal to the other referee, and then they figured out who touched it last.
Yeah,
that did happen. A weird.
Yeah, it did happen. It was a very
weird roll
between some legs. I see that.
But it'll be a turnover. Spring Mills basketball. It'll be Bolduc. She'll think about the three. Or excuse me.
Oh, good ball movement. Good ball movement.
Down low to Griffin. Her shot's no good. She gets the rebound. She holds it in. Over to Edsel.
Bolduc with the runner. I'm sorry, Edsel with the runner.
Edsel's runner is good. She's up to 5 points now. It's a 5-point lead.
Think of her more of as a spot shooter, so that makes that a great play.
Bradley over to Fitzpatrick. Now back to Bradley. Over to Medina. They got to get it past the line. They do. Over to Bradley. She's trying to figure out where to go with it. She's got Medina behind her to her left.
Getting along the baseline, and Bolduc just kind of toying with her a little bit. It looked like she was lagging back, like waiting to pounce on the passing lane.
Ball now over to Baker. Now try to get it down low to Bradley.
That's a mismatch.
Her ball, her shot will roll around and in. She's now up to 16 points as Bradley. Still a 3-point ball game, 29-26, 6:22 left in the third quarter.
Yeah, other than
over to Dandridge, wide open. Fitzpatrick gets over there in time. Now to Edsel. Edsel down low to Griffin. She'll pass it over to Bolduc. She'll think about the three, pass it back out to Edsel.
Bolduc very unselfish.
Edsel over to Dandridge. Dandridge now to the free throw line. Passes it over to Griffin. Her shot's no good. Rebounded by Bradley. Bradley now to Medina. Medina will take it through the lane.
Gotta take advantage of that.
And ball pushed around, and Baker.
The foul on Bolduc.
Foul's on Bolduc. She does not know how she caught the foul and wasn't fouled.
Baker was very aggressive in the rebound.
Yeah.
With authority.
Nelson checks in as Gideon checks out.
Don't know how many fouls on Bolduc. Wish we knew that.
I think it's 3 now.
Got to be, it's got to be 3 because there's no way she could be in the game with 4.
Ball now over. Shot on the way from Bradley, and Bradley once again makes it. She's up to 18 points.
Yeah, it's a one-possession game.
29-28.
Well, it was a one-possession
game.
In
favor of Spring Mills. It's a 1-point game.
1 point, thank you.
Dandridge now
good
passes back to Dandridge. She's fouled by Bradley.
Yeah, that's actually a good foul. It was a good ball movement. The bounce pass penetrate the lane. Would you prefer would be Bradley to be square with her hips to the basket and both hands up rather than swat at it.
Shot coming from Dandridge on the free throw. That shot is up and no good. So a 1-point lead for Spring Mills here. 5:24 left in the third. Dandridge at the line, missed the first one. Second shot on the way, and that's straight through.
Release, rotation, splash.
So a 2-point lead now. Ball taken away by Dandridge. On the inbound, she jumps the pass. She's stuck under the basket, and the ball pushed out of bounds. It'll remain Spring Mills ball. Ball inbounded to Bolduc. Bolduc at the top of the key to Bush. Bush now over to Edsel. Over to Griffin, back to Edsel. She'll dribble drive through the lane, put the layup up, and no good. Ball will go out of bounds. Or no, it'll be a foul? No. I thought he put his hands up for a foul.
The ball's off Fitzpatrick.
Yes, off Fitzpatrick will remain with Spring Mills. Dandridge inbounds at the Bolduc. Bolduc
Good
try to get it to
defense.
Dandridge. Medina sticks her hand out and gets it forced out of bounds.
Yeah, a little bit of a lazy pass by Bolduc. Medina, she takes another half step sooner. She's off to the races.
Tight ball game here, 30-28. 5:03 left in the third quarter. Didn't know we were getting this ball game today, Jim.
No, but Spring Mill's just moving very effortlessly right now on offense. Good ball movement, good cutting down the lanes.
Bolduc now.
There's the back door.
Tried to pass it down low, back door.
That looked like the old Princeton offense there.
Bush, but it goes out of bounds. It'll be Martinsburg basketball. Medina set to inbound it. She's going to find somebody to get it to. She gets it to Fitzpatrick.
She's just going to dribble through the whole defense of Spring Mills. Maybe take it the whole way.
She takes it the whole way.
You called that good? No, an offensive foul?
Offensive foul on Fitzpatrick. Wow.
Help me understand. Educate me.
I can't because I don't understand that foul.
Yeah, I don't understand that either.
I can't educate you, Jim. I'm sorry about that.
He said he gave the gesture as if there was a push. She was sandwiched, and
Yeah.
she had the ball.
Remains a 2-point lead for the Lady Cardinals. 4:30 left in the third quarter. Ball now over to Maya Griffin. Maya Griffin down low to Dandridge. Her layup is up and good. 6 points now for Dandridge. Ball, the pass up to Fitzpatrick.
Oh, Baker's got to cut sooner to the basket.
To Baker. She can't get possession. That's now Bolduc with the ball. Bolduc will dribble drive. She'll try to find a way to set up the offense, and that she will. Passes it over to Dandridge at the top of the key. She'll dribble drive around, pass it over to Griffin. Now back to Bolduc. Bolduc will dribble drive the lane, and she's fouled, I believe, by Medina. Yes, it will be on Medina. Martinsburg's third foul of this half. 3:55 remaining in the third quarter. A 4-point lead, 32-28. Dandridge now with possession in the corner. She comes back to the top of the key over to Medina. Or excuse me, not Medina.
That's an air ball.
Edsel. But a shot coming from Griffin was an air ball and off of Martinsburg. So it will remain Spring Mills basketball. 3:38 left in the third quarter. Inbounded to Dandridge, or excuse me, from Dandridge to McIntyre, and she's fouled. She'll go to the line. So far tonight, she is 3 of 4 from the line.
A hard foul by Sealinger. So McIntyre needs to take an extra second here, take an extra breath, collect her composure, take the shot.
That shot is up and no good. Make that 3 of 5. Second shot upcoming, a 4-point lead, 3:36 left in the third quarter. Second shot is up and good. She's got 7 on the night to lead the Lady Cardinals.
Yeah, she's been a spark. She's made a couple key baskets. She's played some good defense.
Ball taken away nearly by Maya Griffin, but it's going to go to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick's going to drive the lane. Her layup is up, no good. Ball fought for, backed out now to Bolduc. Clear lane to the basket, and Bolduc's going to lay this one up, and no good! But the rebound goes to Griffin. Now back out to McIntyre. Her jumper's no good. Bradley with the board. What should have been an easy make turned into a turnover.
Yeah, Baldock's been very unselfish. She's had a couple of wide open looks from 3. Boy, that layup might have helped her confidence. Now she might be shaking a little bit.
Ball now to Bradley down low. She'll try to turn around for the jumper. She does, but it's off the mark. No good. Dandridge with the board. She could have 10 rebounds.
Yeah, Bradley's
maybe
dragging
tonight.
a little bit. Bradley's dragging a little bit.
Dandridge now. She'll get fouled as she goes up. She'll go to the line.
Yeah, I might actually burn the timeout right here if I'm Coach Fitzpatrick. Look, got a lot of players with hands on their hips. Bradley looked a little winded there with her left, then slow in transition.
Dandridge once again at the line. That shot is up and straight through. She's now got 7 points tonight, going for number 8 here. That shot is up and through.
So Spring Mills has extended the lead a little bit right now. It's 7
35,
points.
28.
Yeah, we're at 3 possessions. So this is right there. This is that critical junction where Martinsburg needs to stay in this.
And Medina loses the ball out of play.
Dribbles it off McIntyre.
Goes off McIntyre. And it will remain Bulldog possession. Inbounded now to Fitzpatrick, but it'll be out of play off the hands of Edsel. Again, if you're just tuning in this evening, Reagan Edsel out with an injury. The freshman double-double, who averages a double-double, is a big miss. That's why it's a close game tonight. 7 points with a shot coming right there. That's coming from Seelinger, and it's good. Her first points of the evening.
She caught the ball, composed, and made the shot. That's a good shot.
35-30, 2:19 left in the third.
No fouls. Martinsburg just needs to play good straight-up defense. Spring Mills needs to do what they do. Move the ball, keep moving it. Everybody's standing still right now.
Down low to Griffin. They're going to get the foul, I think, on
travel.
Everybody's
standing still for Spring Mills. I'm not sure what happened there. That's if I were Coach Goss right now. Now's the time where I may be giving a little tongue lashing. Got to keep moving. Move the ball. Move your feet.
Inbound to Bradley. Now to Fitzpatrick, who gets it past the timeline. She's got to pick up her dribble, though. Find somewhere to go with it. She now goes.
Bad situation. Stuck.
The three coming from Fitzpatrick.
Oh, man, good look.
Off the mark, no good. Ball back to Dandridge. Dandridge going to run the court.
Yeah, Dandridge is smooth.
She passes it over to Bolduc. Bolduc's jumper is no good. Rebounded by Medina.
Martinsburg needs to hustle back, get out of there, let her dribble through it.
1:35 left in the third quarter, a 35-30 lead for the Lady Cardinals. Nelson has the ball pushed out of bounds, so it'll remain Lady Bulldogs basketball.
Yeah, Taylor McIntyre plays good defense. I like that kid.
Faith Bush checking back into the ball game. Coming out is Maya Griffin.
Martinsburg's got to move. Got to take advantage of this possession right here. Every possession counts.
Ball taken away.
On a turnover and a foul.
Got a foul.
That's a foul on Bradley, I think. Bradley looks a little fatigued.
Yeah, we turn over here. Bolduc now takes it past the timeline, coming back near the scorer's table to set up the offense here. Maybe try to set up the last shot of the quarter here. 1:15 left in the third quarter.
Yeah, so I come from Maryland, where there is a shot clock.
Yeah, there's not one in the state of West Virginia. That's been the biggest debate here recently. Do you put a shot clock? Do you not put a shot clock? Trying to play some Kelly Church-style basketball here on the girls' side. Under a minute now, 5-point game. Edsel now over to Dandridge, under 52 seconds left. Dandridge takes it to the top of the key, passes to Edsel. Back to Dandridge. He'll go back to Edsel once again. Corinne Edsel, as Reagan Edsel is out tonight with an injury.
Swing
ball
pass.
in the corner, now to Bolduc. Bolduc's going to dribble drive through the lane. He's going to go back to Edsel, now to McIntyre. And we got 25 seconds left. Back to in the corner to Bolduc from three. Rolls in and out, no good, but Spring Mills gets the rebound. A three coming from Edsel, no good.
3 offensive rebounds in a row.
You can't do that, but a travel on Bolduc.
Coach Goss must be incredulous.
I mean, they're going both ways tonight, but it just seems like there's a lot of travels tonight.
Yeah, that's not a bad call, too. Coach Goss brings Bolduc to the bench. We think she has 3 fouls. No chance. No, don't want to take that risk now at 35-30 with Bolduc picking up a ticky-tack.
14 seconds remain. It's Martinsburg basketball. That one hit out of bounds by McIntyre into nearly the face of her teammate, Underwood. But they're laughing down there, so didn't get hurt. As Baker comes in for Nelson. 14 seconds left, a 5-point lead for Spring Mills over Martinsburg. Ball inbounded now to Fitzpatrick. She'll dribble the ball Pass it.
Turn and go, Medina.
Now over to Medina. 7
Baker
seconds.
needs to set up. She needs to set up.
5 seconds. 4 seconds. Into
Shoot.
Baker. Baker's shot is up and no good. Gideon gets the board, but not enough time. Score is 35-30. Spring Mills on top. We'll step aside for a 60-second break. You're tuned to EPAC Hoops on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10. When we get back, we'll have the fourth quarter.
You've been in an accident. The choice of a lawyer may be the biggest decision you make for you and your family's future. At Mansion Ferretti, we offer a free consultation and no fees until we win your case. Call us today and protect your future. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Welcome back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse here as we get you set for the fourth quarter. It's a 5-point lead for the Lady Cardinals over the Lady Bulldogs. Fourth quarter brought to you on TV 10 by Parsons Ford at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons also by WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. Spencer Dupuy, Jim Klein, happy to have you with us on camera this evening. John Allerton and Colin McLaughlin, our on-site producers, our intern Gerald, right back in the studio, Nick Verzolini. We'll start the fourth quarter. 8 minutes on the clock, a 5-point lead for the Lady Cardinals. Bulldogs in possession, though. Baker now to Bradley. And it'll be Fitzpatrick who tries to dribble drive, but they're going to call a jump ball. So it'll be a jump ball possession arrow to the Lady Cardinals.
Yeah, this is just it. All of the statistical things right here work against Martinsburg. Spring Mills is in the bonus. They're down 35-30, and I feel like we've not yet encountered the most important moment of the game. I feel like there could be a key rejection and a player yet to stand out.
Would be Martinsburg in the bonus, right? No, you're right. Never mind. I had that messed up. But it's a 3 coming from Dandridge, and she knocks it down.
That could be the moment right there. I mean, Dandridge with a huge 3 at 35-30.
11 points for her, and Dandridge makes a key defensive play as well to push the ball out of bounds. 38-30 is the score, 7:28 remaining in the contest.
Yeah, 8 points is the largest lead of the game. Spring Mills is looking to extend here if they can get a turnover or a stop.
Fitzpatrick to the rack, and that shot's no good. But getting
Medina has an answer.
Medina, that's her first bucket of the game.
A little pass off the glass, like we called that. That's like Lorenzo Charles from Derek Wittenberg.
Dandridge now with it over to McIntyre. Now to Bolduc. She'll dribble around somebody, and she'll lay it up, but fouled going up for the shot, so she'll go to the line.
Yeah, Edsel with just a drop step, and she just motors right by Baker.
At the line is Corinne Edsel. Her first shot is on the way, and that's straight through for Corinne Edsel. Again, if you're just tuning in, no Reagan Edsel. She's out tonight with an injury, the freshman who leads the team in scoring and in rebounds, double-double a game.
Both the Martinsburg bigs go to the bench. Martinsburg come with a smaller lineup.
Second shot coming here from Edsel. That shot is up and no good.
And Dandridge with the putback.
With the putback, she's got 13 points. Ball inbounded now to Seelinger. Seelinger is going to dribble drive the lane. She's fouled by Faith Bush. So inbounding the basketball will be Medina for the Lady Bulldogs here. 6:49 left to go in the contest. It is a 9-point lead for the Lady Cardinals. Ball inbounded to Seelinger. And her shot's up and good. She's now got 4 points.
Sealinger's like 2 for 2 from the floor off the bench.
Yeah, timeout taken. We'll take one with them. You're tuned in to EPAC Girls Hoops action. 42-34 is the lead for the Lady Cardinals. We'll be back after this 30-second break. You're tuning in to EPAC Hoops on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Rock's Grab and Go is made fresh daily. Grab and Go, now available at Rock's local market. Rock's Grab and Go is made fresh daily. Grab and Go, now available at Rock's local market.
Point ball game. Now it's opened up to a 7-point game. Jim, if you're Martinsburg, if you're Coach Fitzpatrick, what are you drawing up right now?
Well, I mean, there's going to be some kind of a defensive stand here at some point. He's gone with a smaller lineup, going to be a little bit quicker, going to be a little bit more aggressive, I think. That's what we're going to have to see.
Buzzer goes off. And it will be Spring Mills basketball. Corinne Edsel to inbound it.
Yeah, Dandra's right now. She is just playing as cool as the underside of the pillow. She is silky smooth. She looks very good.
George Scott reference.
Yeah, and actually Martinsburg pulls it back. I really thought that they might come out with a press.
I mean, I think everybody did.
They
did themselves.
Yeah, it looks like we've got a little extended. What do we got here? It's not a dime and a one. We got a matchup man-to-man.
Yeah, man-to-man here. It's man-to-man defense. Now in the corner to McIntyre from three, and that's through. McIntyre now with 10 points in the ball game. 44-34. It's a 10-point lead the Lady Cardinals have opened up. Ball now to Gideon. Over to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick from three. A high arcing shot's no good, but Medina's there. Ball taken away, though, by Edsel. She's got numbers. Going back the other way, she'll slow it down. Head back to the top of the key. Set up the offense. Maya Griffin gets ready to check in for the Lady Cards. Dandridge now. She'll dribble drive through the lane and lay that up, but she travels. Be a turnover. Bradley checking back in, and it will be Gideon checking out. Martinsburg with possession.
Yeah, I would say if Martinsburg wants to change, there's a lot of time left, but every possession counts now.
Inbound to Fitzpatrick. She's double-teamed. She breaks that. She gets past the timeline. She's going to slow it down here. Oh, no, she's going to dribble drive in. She's going to shoot a shot, but she's fouled. That was a smart shot, though.
A little bailout. I don't know if that was a smart shot.
I mean, smart to get the ball up when she knew a defender was right on top.
That's a good call. Good call.
At the line will be Fitzpatrick. Her shot is up and through for Kyla Fitzpatrick. She's got 3 points. It is now a 9-point ball game, 44-35. Looking to make it 8 with this one. Shot is up and good. 4 points now for Fitzpatrick. It is a 8-point ball game. 44-36, 5:44 remaining in the contest. Ball now tipped around. It'll be taken by Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, Sealinger with a little contact there.
Over to Medina. Medina double-teamed. She'll dribble drive through it. She'll come back to the near side.
Oh, bad pass.
To Bradley.
You know Bradley wanted to catch and shoot there.
Now to Fitzpatrick.
Nelson, set it up. Set it up, Nelson.
5:20 left.
A lot of contact with Bradley and Edsel. They are pushing.
We got a timeout. Full timeout for Coach Fitzpatrick. We'll take one with him. You're tuned in to EPAC Girls Hoops on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 30 seconds.
If you're in an accident, the first thing that you have to do is call 911. You have to get medical care immediately.
The next thing you need to do is call us. When you hire us at the Skinner Law Firm, what we do is we are going to investigate your case, and we're going to lay out the options that you have, all at no cost to you.
We will use all of our resources and all of our experience to get you what you deserve.
The Skinner Law Firm, SkinnerFirm.com.
Welcome back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse here as we have 5:14 remaining in the contest, Jim. It is a 8-point lead for the Lady Cardinals.
Yeah, Gideon is on the bench, and that's costly for Martinsburg. They need every available body. She looks like she's nursing a little something right now. Hopefully we'll see her back in action. There are 5 minutes and 14 seconds to go. Martinsburg's down 8 with the ball. They have got to take advantage of every possession. Sealinger wants it. She's 2 for 2 from the floor. Make that 3 for 3! Sorry if I overmodded there, but I'm just really excited, brother.
It's a 6-point ball game, 44-38. Sealinger coming off the bench, providing a spark tonight. Under 5 to go in this one. Spring Mills with possession. It's Edsel. Now to Dandridge. Dandridge down low to Maya Griffin. She lays that one up and in.
What a great ball movement.
She's got 5, 4:42 left. Into Nelson. Nelson's going to get it past the timeline, but the ball's taken away.
Out of bounds?
But they're going to.
What is.
Interesting how the. Oh. I don't know what happened there because I thought they called out of bounds, but a timeout was called before the out of bounds, apparently. So we've got a timeout here. We'll keep it here. 4:35 left in the contest, Jim. It's an 8-point ball game, 46-38. A timeout by Coach Gosk. Why do you call a timeout here up 8?
Well, I have a feeling that there were some concerns about what was going, the play right there in that corner, whether or not somebody was going to go out of bounds or, I don't know. But Goss wanted to call a timeout as soon as possession was established. I would imagine he's got to slow it down right now. There's no shot clock. Martinsburg's going to have to extend the defense. Gideon, again, is not coming out into the court. She is holding her midsection. Just a tough situation to lose a guard in a time where you could use that speed, and you could certainly use someone who's a three-point threat.
Over to McIntyre, now to Bolduc. Back to McIntyre. Back to Bolduc. Swinging it now to Dandridge. Dandridge trying to find somewhere to go with it. She's going to dribble drive through the lane, pass in the corner to McIntyre. Another 3.
Yeah, there it is.
McIntyre nails it. She's got 3 threes on the night. I believe her only field goals are 3s. And they're going to call a travel on Fitzpatrick. Big turnover here, changing momentum. We got an 11-point lead. And Cardinal possession. 4:10 left in the ballgame. Dandridge to inbound it here. Over to Edsel. Edsel now to Bolduc. Swings it back to Edsel. She'll think about the 3, but decides to swing it over to Dandridge. And Coach Gosk is saying, keep it out here. 3:55 left in the contest. Slow it down. 11-point lead. Coming more of a strategy game rather than buckets game here when we know a high-scoring team. And the shot, the runner from Bolduc is through. She's got 8 points. Fitzpatrick gets it past the timeline. One-on-one down the lane with Griffin. Her shot's no good. McIntyre.
Not a good angle.
With the rebound over to Dandridge. Dandridge now. Spin around a defender. Pass it to the top of the key to Edsel. Her 3 on the way, and that's through. Corinne Edsel with the exclamation point. She's got 9 points. It's 54-38. Biggest lead of the night for the Lady Cardinals. Over to Nelson. Nelson through the lane, through the contact. She scores the field goal. Hoop in the arm. To the free throw line goes Kayla Nelson. She's got 4, looking for 5. 14-point game. Her free throw coming here. Shot is up and good. She's got 5. Edsel now to Bolduc. Bolduc to Dandridge. Gets past the timeline. Nearly taken away. It is taken away by Fitzpatrick, but they take it back. Bradley has it. It's a 13-point ball game. Bradley nearly travels.
There is no walk. There is no walk. Her right foot was established as her pivot foot.
And then they're going to get Sealinger with the foul, I think. Right?
No, it's McIntyre.
McIntyre gets
There's
the
a block
foul.
him out. And Bradley definitely had her right foot established. Her left foot did hitch, but her right foot never moved. I was watching her feet. Anytime you see a big catch the ball 51 feet from the basket.
Medina inbounds it to Bradley. She puts a basket down. Now in the corner from three. That's off the mark, no good. Bolduc gets the board. She's going to slow it down here. 2:35 remaining in the contest. A 13-point lead for the Cards. She'll dribble drive to the lane. Lay that one up, and good is Bolduc. She's got 10 points and a timeout. We'll take one with them. 56-41. The Cardinals open up a 15-point lead. 2:31 left in the contest. We'll take a 30-second break. You're tuning in to EPAC Hoops on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 30.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Welcome back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse here. 56-41 lead for the Spring Mills Lady Cardinals. After the first quarter, Martinsburg was up 11-9. But Spring Mills has come back through the adversity of the first half, and now a 15-point lead, 2.5 minutes left in this contest, Jim.
Yeah, Bradley has all of a sudden become missing in action in the offense for the last 10 minutes. She just has not gotten the ball. Don't know if we're a little bit gassed at this point, or we're Spring Mills is just really beginning to assert themselves.
All right, here it'll be Martinsburg possession. Medina to inbound it.
Interesting that Coach Goss goes with the press.
Got to get his team ready for situations down the line. It's a tighter game than he's used to. Seelinger's layup is no good.
Her first miss.
But Nelson gets the rebound and lays that one up. She's now got 7 points.
Yeah, and see, Dandridge played real good defense on Seelinger.
Over to McIntyre. McIntyre, 2:10 left in the contest. To Bolduc at the top of the key. 2-3 zone for the Martinsburg Lady Bulldogs. Now over to Edsel, Corinne Edsel. She's guarded by Seelinger. Pass over to Dandridge here. 1:52 left. Dandridge gets around her defender, and she'll take it to the rack. She's blocked by Bradley. Now over to Fitzpatrick. 13-point ball game. Fitzpatrick going to run the lane, and she lays that one up no good. Nelson there once again, and she's fouled. Nelson, I thought she was at the line, but I was wrong. She was set up like that. My fault. Now in the corner for three.
Short.
From Medina, no good, but Bradley there gets the board.
And it's, she catches, she brings it down, makes herself vulnerable. Dandridge takes advantage. Dandridge has played the commensurate game. She has played offense. She has blocks.
Maya
she
Griffin
has assists.
Checking out. Ava Underwood checking in as well for the Lady Bulldogs. Baker checks in with Seelinger checking out. Medina has her pass tipped by Edsel. Go out of play. It'll remain Bulldogs basketball here. 1:33 left and a 13-point lead for the Lady Cardinals. Medina over to Bradley, into Bradley. Her shot is up and off the back of the backboard and in. 20 points now for Bradley. 56-45. Bolduc through the lane. She's fouled. Coach Fitzpatrick not happy with the foul there on Bradley. So at the free throw line will be Olivia Bolduc. Her shot is straight through. She's now got 11 points. Try to go for 12 here. Make it a 13-point game. That shot is up and no good.
And there's Dandridge.
Rebounded by Dandridge.
She cleans up with the rebound, and then a great pass to Edsel, who
Her
whiffs.
shot's no good, but a rebound there by
Taylor McIntyre.
Saying her name a lot tonight.
Yeah, Spring Mills has just played, they've moved the ball around very unselfishly, and it just seems like in every possession there's someone else who's had the opportunity to stand out.
Seelinger checks back in for Baker. Medina to inbound it. 12-point lead for the Lady Cardinals. Over to Fitzpatrick. She can't handle it. She's got it back, but she hands it basically off to Edsel, but Edsel can't control it. It'll remain Martinsburg basketball. Side in here. Medina to inbound it. She gets that into Seelinger, who will get it past the timeline. Now over to Fitzpatrick, down low to Bradley, but taken away by Dandridge. 55 seconds remaining in the ball game. A 57-45 lead for the Lady Cardinals. Dandridge with it. She'll dribble drive the lane. Pass to McIntyre. Back out to the top of the key to Edsel. 37 seconds and counting left in this 12-point game. Over to Bolduc. We got a foul.
I don't know. It seems to me like at 12 points with 34 seconds left, that ship has sailed. Fouling at this point, I'm not sure I'd be doing that. But
Bolduc back at the line, 1 of 2 tonight.
I like the coach is still coaching it up.
First shot is up and good. She's got 12. Second shot up and good as well. She's got 13 and makes it a 14-point lead, 33.8 seconds left. Inbounded now to Fitzpatrick. Ball over to Bradley. Bradley to Medina. Now to Nelson. Nelson going to go one-on-one with McIntyre.
She does not want to go one-on-one with McIntyre.
They're going to call a jump ball.
A foul on Edsel.
Foul on Edsel. I feel like in the second quarter that might have been a jump ball.
Well, the way that we've called it tonight, it could have been a travel.
All right, Jim.
I'm just saying, man.
Yeah.
It's been.
You're all right.
You know, this is the beauty of watching EPAC basketball. On any given night, any team can fall. Or any given whistle, there could be a travel.
Shot on the way from Nelson. That's no good. Rebounded by Spring Mills.
And somehow Dandridge comes up with it.
Comes up with it. Now to McIntyre. Back to Dandridge. Dandridge will pass it back out to Edsel here.
Good decision by Edsel.
She'll probably run out the final 10 seconds, and that she will. Spring Mills improves to 14-0 and 6-0 in the EPAC. 59-45 victory in what was once a lead for the Lady Bulldogs here. And Jim, just an incredible comeback for these Lady Cardinals.
Yeah, it was a good game. I think that the one word that I would use is they played very unselfishly. Either at any given time, on any possession, someone could step up. They did that. I mean, you saw Underwood with some plays. You saw Taylor McIntyre come off the bench. She played an outstanding game. We'll talk about her later in postgame.
We're waiting as Colin hopefully is going to be joined by head coach George Gosk with his 101st victory tonight down on the floor. And Colin getting ready after both coaches talk with each other, and Coach Gosk is down there. We'll send it down to Colin with Coach Gosk.
Down here with Coach George Gosk. Congrats on the win. Martinsburg put up a hard fight tonight against your girls, but they still got the win. What'd you like from your team tonight?
Yeah, that's exactly what kind of game we expected coming in here tonight. Coach Ronnie's done a great job with them. I like the resiliency from my team tonight. We haven't been in a lot of those battles, and so to see us fight back when we were down and have to get back to where we were with our press, we did a good job. We needed a game like that against a rival opponent, so I think that's going to go a long way for us.
The undefeated season stays alive. What's your team need to do to continue that the rest of the year?
Yeah, with these tough tests, there's going to be more tough tests along the way, and so resiliency. We need to make sure our practice habits are where they need to be at, so we don't falter late in the season, because that can happen, and we've seen it happen to teams before. So just keeping your mindset right and making sure you stay in the place where you're at.
Anything else, Coach?
No, I'm glad you guys cover these games. It's good for high school sports. We'll just continue to make a good run.
All right, Coach. Congrats on win number 101. Back up to you guys.
All right, thank you, Colin, and thanks to Coach George Goss for taking a few moments with Colin down there. And with that, we'll step aside for a 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll have the Palace Lounge postgame show. You're tuned in to EPAC Girls Hoops on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Back in 2 minutes.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
This is a public service message from Bechtel Jewelers to Chocolates, brought to you by Diamonds. Dear Chocolates, you melt. As for us, Diamonds, we melt her. Hi, I'm Lori from Bechtel Jewelers. Face it, Chocolates. Yes, you're sweet. Yes, you can be hard to keep your hands off of. But if the idea is to melt her on Valentine's Day, that's what we do. She doesn't exactly fall all over herself when she sees you. Her eyes don't get all big when she sees it's a box of chocolates. She doesn't fall all over the man who hands her a box of chocolates. Am I right or am I right? But when she sees it's a little jewelry box with diamonds inside, does she get all worked up? Oh yeah. Do her eyes get big? Oh yeah. Does she start to melt right in front of the man who hands her that little box with diamonds inside? Oh yeah. Of course, all of this is said with great love. Signed, Diamonds. This public service announcement has been brought to you by Bechtel Jewelers, Route 11 South in Inwood. Come see us because we melt her.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is Prevent, Promote, Protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Welcome back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse here. We'll get you started with the post-game show brought to you by the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg with a full lunch and dinner menu with daily specials and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. And, Jim, tell me a lot of stuff off there. What is your analysis of this 59-45 victory for the Lady Cardinals?
Well, we go back to the keys of the game. For Spring Mill, someone had to step up, and they did. The entire team did. I mean, Edsel does it all. We know that. The freshman comes in averaging a double-double. They need someone to eat minutes. Again, I feel like they did that. So we're talking about the stats, leading 3 scores for Spring Mills with 13 points. They proved to be unselfish, and that proves it. And then you look at the Martinsburg side, they need to keep it close. I feel like they checked that box until things started to slip away around the 4-minute mark in the fourth quarter. They needed to make it when it counts. I would have to say they did not. For example, they didn't pass when it counted. Bradley just non-existent in the last 10 minutes of this ball game. She had a very dominant performance early, whether or not she got winded or Spring Mills did a better job of omitting her from the offense. Whatever it is, it worked, and that's what eventually cost Martinsburg the game. Spring Mills wore them down.
All right, now it's time for the game stats brought to you by Bechtel Jewelers, West Virginia's largest Pandora retailer on Route 11 South and Inwood, taking care of you like it's nobody's business. We'll start first with the winners in the Spring Mills Lady Cardinals. It was a 3-way tie for the lead in scoring, 13 points each for Taylor McIntyre, Olivia Bolduc, and Kyla Dandridge. 9 points then for Corinne Edsel, 5 points for Maya Griffin, 4 points for Faith Bush, and 2 points for Ava Underwood. Now over to the Martinsburg Lady Bulldogs. It was Cadence Bradley leading the way with 20 points, 14 of those in the first half. And then it was 7 points for Kayla Nelson, 6 points for Gideon and Seelinger, 4 points for Kyla Fitzpatrick, and 2 points for Brooklyn Medina. They're unofficial stats, but they do equal out here. Did the math here. It does equal out, so pretty good scoring night. 3 players in double figures for the Lady Cardinals, and then one in Bradley led the way. Was the game leader in points with 20 points tonight. But now it's time for the awards this evening, and we'll start with the moment of the game, brought to you by Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group. Buying or selling a home, call 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Jim.
Both teams jockeyed for the lead. In my opinion, the moment of the game occurred when T-Mac, Taylor McIntyre, number 1 for Spring Mills, all she did was make threes all night. She stepped up, hit a huge three with the 4:14 mark left in the fourth quarter to give the double-digit lead, 49-38. Taylor McIntyre with that three. Congratulations. You earned the moment of the game.
All right, there you go. Great moment there in the game that definitely changed, I feel like, the trajectory of where this game was going. Now it's time for the rejection of the game, brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Family-owned, offering superior customer service and great pricing for a job done by experienced, certified technicians. Phone 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. Your rejection of the game, Jim. I think I know the player you're going to go with, but I don't know which one you're going to go with.
Yeah, there were plenty of rejections of this game. I mean, you could go back very early in the game. Dandridge had 2 block layups at the 5:02 and 3:32. However, I feel like if Martinsburg were going to win this game at 43-56 with about a minute 50 to go in the fourth quarter, Martinsburg had to step up. They had to make a defensive play. Bradley had not scored on offense. She took it upon herself. She had a huge rejection at 56-43 with a minute 50 to go. I would honor Cadence Bradley with your rejection of the game.
Not where I thought you were going there, Jim. Almost called you Nick.
I just trying to keep you on your toes, man.
You're doing a great job of that. All right, time for the final award tonight. That is the player of the game, brought to you by Kelly's Allstate Insurance. For all your insurance needs, call Gary Kelly at 304-263-4596 or stop by 724 Lakeview Drive in Martinsburg. Jim, your player of the game for this game.
Hard to pick just one. However, I'm going to look at specific moments of the game. At 3:15 to go, now keep in mind, Dandridge was one of the leading scorers for Spring Mills. At 3:15 to go, she caught an offensive rebound and with her left hand under the basket found an open Edsel to make a three to extend the lead 54-40. In my opinion, Dandridge did it all tonight. Key assists, rebounds. She was tied as a leading scorer for your Spring Mills Cardinals. In my opinion, Kyla Dandridge is your player of the game.
There you go. Great choice in that one, and that will wrap things up here from the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. Once again, your final score, Spring Mills 59, Martinsburg 45. Lady Cardinals stay undefeated, 14-0 overall, 7-0 in the EPAC. Martinsburg Lady Bulldogs fall to 5-10, 3-4 in the conference. For our TV10 producer here on site, our intern Gerald Wright, for our cameramen John Alderton and Colin McLaughlin back in the studio. Nick Verzolini, you'll hear from him in a few moments. For our, guest color analyst this basketball season, as Spot starting tonight.
Yeah, appreciate it. Had a great time. I feel like every time I come to an EPAC game, there are fireworks. Anybody can win on any given night. I had a pleasure of doing the game last year, that Washington Spring Mills game. Expected no less. We got no less. This is a great TV10 cast. I am privileged and honored to have the opportunity to work with Spencer Dupuis and the rest of the crew this evening. Thank you, guys.
All right, Jim, get ready. Go for a long drive tonight as you drive up to PA.
Yeah.
For Gerald Wright, Jim Klein, John Alderton, Colin McLaughlin, Nick Verzolini, you'll hear from him in a moment. I'm Spencer Dupuis saying so long. We'll talk to you tomorrow on the Sports Mix from 12 to 1 on Talk Radio WRNR TV10 and the TV10 Facebook page. Have a great rest of your night, everyone.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Conveniently located right off 81 at 214 Mid-Atlantic Parkway, Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including happy hour 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. with $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts. Monday night is trivia night, Thursday night is wing night, and Wednesday and Sunday night is steak night.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Hi, I'm Annette McDonald, and I am the designer at Orsini's in Martinsburg, West Virginia. We welcome you into our store to show you a complete line of what we do here. We design your cabinetry, quartz countertops, granite countertops, hardware, anything for the full remodel of your kitchen and your home needs. We also do bathrooms, and we have flooring available too. We make sure that your project with Orsini's is the best in the market. Welcome to Orsini's.
Orsini's.com. Insurance companies like to play games. They say they're on your side, but they aren't. We have a team that can handle any curveball they throw. At Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, you get a dedicated lawyer, and every case gets a team effort. So you get nearly 150 combined years of experience going to bat for you. And we like to win. Join the team that takes your personal injury case seriously. Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We play hardball.
The Spring Mills Cardinals get the win tonight over the Martinsburg Bulldogs in a good one for Spring Mills standards this year in the EPAC, as it was much closer than most of their games have been. 59-45. Martinsburg puts up a good fight, but the Cardinals just too much there down the stretch. I'm Nick Verzolini, welcoming you into the And One Scoreboard show. For the post game, it's brought to you by the Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Company. When it comes to your home, auto, farm, or business, they're trusted, reliable, and experienced. Call them at 304-263-0809 or go to FMIWV.com. In terms of scores tonight, let's start in the high school ranks and see if we can find some local scores. We got Kaiser knocking off Berkeley Springs here tonight, 49-35. That is in the fourth quarter, not a final quite yet. Some close games going on. South Charleston beat St. Albans 42-34. Midland Trail gets a win over Greenbrier West 64-62. Just a score that kind of stood out to me there. Good one for the final. But in terms of the EPAC, let's see here. Still looking. I don't believe we have a score for any of the EPAC games, but going to double check. No, we do not. So no scores there in the EPAC, but we will have those for you tomorrow on the Sports Mix. In terms of the National Basketball Association, the Pacers beat the Lakers lead the Lakers 104-96. The Cavs lead the Grizzlies in the third quarter 67-54. The Knicks lead the Miami Heat 60-48. And the Bulls are on top of the Hornets 53-49. Mavericks up to a 37-18 lead on the New Orleans Pelicans in the first quarter. Warriors Nuggets tonight at 9 p.m. Thought that might be a national televised game, but if you're willing to stay up for it, you got the Clippers and Bucks at 10 p.m. tonight on TNT. Men's college basketball, an upset brewing here. UAB leads number 19 Florida Atlantic 84-74. Oregon, Arizona tonight. Washington, UCLA. Nothing too intriguing there in terms of ranked basketball games. Gonzaga will get a big win over Santa Clara, I would imagine, who's not actually too bad, so maybe that's a close game. St. Mary's takes on San Francisco. The Marshall Thundering Herd were in action tonight, and I believe did get a win if they were able to hold on. They were leading at halftime, and Marshall did get the win, 66-58. So the Herd beat the Mountaineers, but not the WVU Mountaineers. They do not play anymore. So the one thing Spencer did not mention when he wrapped up the game there was that we will have more high school basketball for you tomorrow as the Martinsburg Bulldogs travel to Spring Mills to take on the Cardinals in the Coliseum for West Virginia High School boys basketball, as it will be WVU. Gosh, no. It will be Martinsburg taking on Spring Mills. So that was a good game when the two teams played in Martinsburg, so it should be a good game tomorrow. And it's our first time at the Coliseum since the season opener, I believe. So should be fun to get back in there and do another game between Spring Mills and Martinsburg. And then Saturday we'll have the swim meet for you, which will be interesting to say the least. But that does it here for us. I'm Nick Verzolini here on the Scoreboard Show. Have a good night, everyone. And again, catch us tomorrow on the Sports Mix from noon to 1. And then high school boys basketball coverage beginning at 7 p.m. for a 7:30 tip between Martinsburg and Spring Mills at Spring Mills. Good night, everyone.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Basketball. Today's game has been brought to you by
Bechtel Jewelers, Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, CMA Honda of Winchester, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, Hagerstown Ford, Orsini's Home Store, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, and WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Center.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and NBA basketball, keep it tuned to Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. All rights reserved.